This is the Elgato Key light, and it roughly retails for $199 right now. I bought 2 of them. Why did I buy it? Well, I could have gone out and got some cheap lights before, and Lord knows I've invested in plenty of those, but that always leads to heartache, and I already know I like the Elgato product lines, so why not go ahead and pick it on up? Because it's got convenience, it is accessible, and it is incredibly flexible. Let's take a look at some of the specs. The very first thing is to control the lights, you will need to have the app set up either on your desktop or through a mobile device of some sort, and you can be able to adjust the color of the light, whether it's warm or maybe even a cold, bright white. So that changes out the saturation. You'll be able to adjust the brightness however you wish to. And speaking of brightness, good Lord, it gets up to 2,800 lumens. All right, that's enough to illuminate anybody's basement if you happen to be live streaming down there. That's just weird. Why did I say that? And it has glare-free diffusion, meaning that it's not just a clear surface that's put over top of the LEDs. You have something that's white, so it kind of just gets it to where it shoots out a bit more light and it's not blinding you at the same time. When I went ahead and ordered it through Amazon, I got it few days later, and inside the box it included things such as the quick startup guide. Now it's fairly intuitive. You honestly probably won't need the instructions, but there are some relevant links you're going to need to in order to register and get the app download to your desktop. The next thing was the steel desk mount. Now it's got a pivoting ball head at the very top, and it also can adjust to really tall if you wish to. And of course the key light came along with it. That had a power plug as well as a switch on the very back that goes on, off, or even reset. Here's the really cool part is the power supply wasn't just limited to something that you can use in the United States. It actually has adapters for all known regions. I mean, they really loaded you up with every plug variation there is. So what do you do next? What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna register your device. You're going to need to download the app onto your desktop or your mobile. You got to scan for the key light. Now, keep in mind, this is going to take a few minutes. It's going to keep looking around until finally it will find them. From there, you can pretty much tweak the settings. Again, you can change out how warm the color is or how cold it is, or the brightness up or down. And if I didn't already mention it once before, I think it bears worth in repeating, and that you can control the lights one of 2 ways, and that is the desktop app and of course the Elgato Stream Deck. I know, this is really nice. So if you already have an Elgato Stream Deck, it's just a simple thing of dropping it right into one of your buttons there, queuing it on up, and it will turn it on and then off, just like I showed here on the screen. So here are the pros and cons when it comes to the Elgato Key light. Of course, it's not all sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns. I believe it does have its small little hang-ups, but to start it out, the pros, it's set and forget. As soon as you go ahead and get it installed to your workstation, you are ready to rock and roll. The versatile light settings. I mean, I really like the fact that you can kind of drop it in and out of warm and cold, and the brightness. When you get some cheaper lights, you sometimes have to change out the gel, so that way it diffuses it in one way or the other. So with this, we've got it already set, and all you got to do is just adjust it. So that makes life a lot easier, and you're not losing some gel and blaming your wife for losing it. I didn't do that. I swear I didn't. And of course, I already kind of gushed about it. It's the integration with the Stream Deck. The Elgato Stream Deck is one of my favorite devices, and when it comes to live streaming, being able to just go ahead and turn it on and turn it off, that way I'm not having to sweat anything else. That makes it easy. I don't have to worry about opening up the app on desktop or on mobile. I can just go over to Elgato Stream Deck and boom, it's on. Now, what about the cons? All right, so I'm kind of hung up on the fact that it's not portable. So even though I had those cheap lights that I used before, the nice part about them was they were battery powered and highly portable. They could go everywhere with me. With the Elgato Key light, it's a fairly substantial size, so it's not necessarily very portable, not to mention it's not battery powered. You need to have some power supply near it in order to get the light. And speaking of, you need a power supply. It's not battery powered. So that part, I really wish they had that ability to do that. And I'm sure there was probably some workarounds we can do, but otherwise, that's one of my small hangups. And last but not least, do not unplug your Elgato Key light. Now here's the problem. As soon as you get it registered and you get it to where it's synced up with your app, Well, if you go and unplug it, it kind of resets everything. So you're going to want to make sure that the power supply stays plugged in. Otherwise, you're going to have to scan for the light again and get it all set up again. That's a little bit of a pain in my opinion. So we give 2 big thumbs up to the Elgato Key light. I love it. In fact, my brother not too long ago picked up the Elgato Key light Air. It's a little cheaper, a little more cost effective, and got some of the same nice features you expect inside the key light itself. Go take a look at it in this next video. We will see you in there.